Welcome back to the Nancy Levin Show. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a topic that hits home for so many women, especially those who appear to be doing it all. We'll be exploring the concept of flatlining, the hidden epidemic plaguing high achieving women. From the outside, everything may look polished and perfect. You've built a successful career, you're ticking off all the boxes. You're chasing goals, juggling demands, and making it look effortless. But inside, you're numb, disconnected, hollow, like you're living on autopilot, like you're flatlining. And here's the thing, it isn't burnout in the typical sense. It's not just stress or fatigue. It's deeper, it's chronic, it's hidden. Flatlining is the internal collapse that happens when high achieving women push too hard for too long without ever tending to their own needs, their own emotions, or humanity. And in this episode, we're going to unpack the three major psychological forces driving this epidemic so you can recognize the signs and understand what's really going on beneath the surface and begin to reclaim your vitality from the inside out. So, we have to begin with perfectionism. Now, perfectionism often gets praised. People think it means you're driven, you care, you have high standards. But here's the truth about perfectionism. It's not about excellence. It is about fear. At its core, perfectionism is the belief that who I am is not enough, that only through achievement, approval, and doing everything flawlessly can I earn love, respect, or worth? This belief becomes a trap because no matter how much you accomplish, it never feels like enough. You could publish the book, win the award, get the promotion, launch the business, but instead of feeling fulfilled, you feel empty because perfectionism doesn't celebrate wins. It just moves the goalpost. It says, okay, you did that. Now what? It keeps you locked in a cycle of chasing, achieving, producing, without ever allowing for rest or joy or self-compassion. And over time, that inner pressure becomes unbearable. You become emotionally exhausted, disconnected from yourself. You stop feeling. That's flatlining. So here's what I want you to hear. Your worth is not conditional. You do not earn love by belonging or being perfect. Real healing begins when you embrace your humanity, your messy, beautiful, imperfect, and powerful self. Next, let's talk about independence, but more specifically, hyper-independence. High-achieving women are often praised for being self-sufficient, capable, strong, but many of us take it too far. We pride ourselves on doing it all alone. Asking for help, that feels like failure, like weakness, like admitting we're not as put together as we appear. So what do? We take on more. We overfunction. We become the go-to person for everyone and everything while quietly unraveling on the inside. And eventually, we start wearing our burnout like a badge of honor. But here's what happens. The more we refuse support, the more isolated we become. We lose connection with others, but most importantly, with ourselves. And in that isolation, the flatline begins to deepen because we weren't meant to carry life alone. So asking for help is not weakness, it's wisdom, it's strength. It's the doorway to connection, community, and healing. And you don't have to prove your worth through exhaustion. You're allowed to receive. You're allowed to be held. Now, let's look at the third driver of flatlining, over-identifying with external goals. Now, setting goals is not the problem. Ambition is beautiful. Growth is powerful. But for many high-achieving women, goals become our lifeline. We start to believe that our value comes from doing, achieving, reaching the next milestone. And so we run on the treadmill of success, believing that happiness, fulfillment, peace will be waiting at the next finish line. But then when we get there, There's only a momentary high. And when it's gone, it's gone. That's because external success can never fill an internal void. Flatlining is what happens when you realize I did everything I was supposed to do and I still feel empty. Real fulfillment comes not from what you accomplish, but from how deeply you're connected to yourself. It comes from presence, from joy, from meaning, from allowing yourself to be, not just do. So, how do you know if you're in this flatlining phase? Here are some of the most common signs. Emotional numbness. You feel like you're just going through the motions. A sense of emptiness, even after big wins or major accomplishments. Constant fatigue, burnout, or resentment. Feeling like you're disconnected from joy, creativity, or purpose. Struggling to identify your own needs or feeling guilty when you do. If any of this resonates, I want you to know flatlining is not failure. Flatlining is a signal. It's your body, your heart, your soul whispering something has to change. And that whisper, that's the beginning of your healing. So if you recognize yourself in this episode, let's look at what you can do. Here are a few gentle but powerful starting points. First, start telling the truth. Admit how you're really feeling, even if it's just to yourself, because truth is what breaks the silence and starts the shift. Next, you can practice self-compassion. Instead of judging your flatline, get curious. What do you need right now? What have you been denying yourself? Next, you can reclaim rest and play. These are not luxuries. These are necessities for your nervous system. Reconnect, whether it's with a trusted friend, a therapist, a coach. Reach out. Healing happens in connection, not isolation. Redefine success. Let your definition of success include softness, wholeness, peace, presence, not just performance. So if you are flatlining, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're awakening. You're being invited into a deeper relationship with yourself, one that honors your emotions, your needs, and most importantly, your truth. And as always, I'm right here with you, cheering you on as you rewrite the rules, reclaim your power, and return to the person you were always meant to be. Until next time, keep choosing you.